All right, good. I'm just going to read it to start with, and then I will discuss all the pertinent parts. JP Morgan Chase agrees to pay $920 million in connection with schemes, multiple, to defraud precious metals and U.S. Treasury markets. JP Morgan Chase has entered into a resolution with the Justice Department to resolve charges related to two distinct schemes to defraud. The first involving tens of thousands of episodes of unlawful trading in the markets for precious metals future contracts. Tens of thousands. Who was it? They're just trading back and forth to each other. They're rigging the price. Oh, Bix, you're crazy. You're a tinfoil conspiracy guy. Ted Butler doesn't know what he's talking about. You guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So look out. The DOJ is here to save the day because the CFTC, whose job it was to do at the time, who was investigating JP Morgan for doing this very same thing at this very same time, couldn't quite figure it out. Or they were paid off, or both. I don't care what happens to JP Morgan. I know they're not going to they might throw a couple traders in jail. They won't throw Blythe Masters in jail, who belongs in jail, Jamie Dimon in jail, or the board of directors in jail. This is a criminal enterprise. This is number 152 massively major violations that they got to pay their way out of. $34.5 billion in the last 20 years, that they've, $34.5 billion plus another billion. So $35.5 billion that JP Morgan has paid to get out of jail, and they made trillions or quadrillions off of us. These are bad, bad, bad humans. If they're actually human, we're not quite sure yet. You read this and you just draw drops. RICO charges are racketeering charges. The entire institution needs to go down. Plus, especially senior management. This is not the first time. It's the 151st time. All it takes is one time under RICO charges for you to lose all your banking licenses, all your commodity trading licenses. Nothing in this announcement says that JP Morgan can no longer trade in silver and gold. Nothing says they have to get rid of, well, it does say they got to get rid of their gains. What do you think? Ted Butler nailed it. They told JP Morgan 6 months ago this was coming down. You need to get rid of 300 million ounces of your physical silver, which they did. These criminals behind the scenes are just shocking. Shocking, I say. And listen to how tough the DOJ is. Quote, for 8 years, try 20 years, but for 8 years, traders on JP Morgan's precious metals and U.S. Treasury's desk engaged in separate schemes to defraud other market participants. Raise your hand if you're another market participant in gold and silver. That involved thousands of instances of unlawful trading meant to enhance profits and avoid losses, said Acting Attorney General Brian Rabbit. Said Roger Rabbit, he's hot on the case, of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. Quote, today's resolution, which includes a significant criminal monetary penalty, I do say, compensation for victims, I don't think I'm getting a penny, and requires JP Morgan to disgorge its unlawful gains, then you take the whole company apart. All their gains are unlawful. Reflects the nature and seriousness of the bank's offenses and represents a milestone in the department's ongoing efforts to ensure the integrity of public markets crucial to our financial system. It is too freaking late, DOJ. You're way too late. This system cannot run without the rigging of gold and silver, and you know it. Onward. Quote, and I quote again, JP Morgan engaged in two separate years-long market manipulation schemes, says U.S. Attorney John Durham of the District of Connecticut. Not only will the company pay a substantial financial penalty and return money to victims, I can't wait for my check. It's going to be so... All you silver bugs out there have been abused by this company, you're getting a check, so says the DOJ. But this agreement requires JP Morgan to self-report violate. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Not only will the company pay a substantial financial penalty and return money to victims, but this agreement requires JP Morgan to self-report violations of the federal anti-fraud laws and cooperate in any future criminal investigation. Are you freaking kidding me? Just yesterday, or today, I think it was today, the CFTC busted Citibank. Why did they bust them? Because they erased all their recordings of all their traders. And they charged them $4 million. And they said these were under a judge's order to retain the records too. And they destroyed it. We've completely lost all sense of sanity. The entire system needs to go down, including the COMEX, the LBMA, the SEC, the CFTC, the Department of Justice, the Trump administration, the Senate, the Congress. All of it is bullshit. It's all bullshit. Everything we live in is a fake, a lie. I'm done. Everything is a lie. They're completely full of shit. And it will continue. You know how you can tell if silver's rigged? Starting right now, after this great big announcement from the DOJ, you can tell if it's rigged, or you can tell if they're full of shit on the basis of what the silver price does over the next 10 trading days. If it goes from $25 to $50 to $100 to $75 to $75,000, then you know it's a freely traded market. If it doesn't, you know it's rigged. No matter what they do, watch the volumes. The same bullshit's going to happen, except it's going to be somebody else. Keep an eye on BlackRock, by the way. Doesn't BlackRock have a fiduciary responsibility to the holders of SLV to make sure that their warehouses aren't being leased out the back end? I think they do. And here they have. How come BlackRock isn't announcing today to say, oh my God, we made a mistake and we put JP Morgan in charge of our silver, and now they've been completely found guilty in a settlement of rigging the very market that they hold the gold or the silver in? BlackRock is 100% complicit, not even complicit. They are involved in the rigging as well. Why isn't this, say, JP Morgan and BlackRock have rigged the gold and silver markets? All right, I think I'll look at some chats. What do you guys think? Should we just storm the gates and say, fuck it? Storm the gates and say, no more taxes we're going to pay. No more, you want to defund the police? Fine, I've got a gun. Everybody pull out your guns and let's go watch the debate. This is ridiculous. People saying, I don't care, but I'm going all in on Theta. Fix this. See, that's the kind of thinking that people have been telling me for 20 years, and I refuse to believe it. But right now, it's up to us. We can't say, yeah, it's always been like that. We got to scream about it. We gotta tell the Democrats about it. By the way, Democrats, you want to vent your frustration and take down Trump? Start screaming about markets being manipulated. He's the guy in charge. That would destroy his little economy. You know, when you construct a financial system on rigged markets and phony everything, you gotta expect your enemies to go after you. Trump, anybody could go after the United States right now because of the rigging of silver, gold and silver. I don't blame Trump. He's only been in there 4 years. I blame Obama, Bush, Clinton, obviously. I even blame Reagan, although he tried to take it out. They gave him Alzheimer's. This is just ridiculous. My country's gone to shit, and it's going to be on display tonight at the election.